On the subject of the Pope's resignation, this is really pretty major, and it cannot just be taken on the surface from the mainstream media, because they are in collusion with anything that's being covered up. And you can be sure that in today's day and age that something of this magnitude is always connected with a cover-up. Now, this sounds like a skeptic or a cynic, but we have to move beyond that, and we have to be able to face the reality. This is what's going on now. In this world of so many attractions and so many delusions, something from the old age, the ancient religions that's been going on for so long. Don't you think they've gotten really good at covering up what they do and putting forward a really good face? But I really should be addressing the Catholics. I don't mean to offend anybody. And really, the way that someone would look at it, it's not that I am a non-Catholic. I am very sympathetic to the Catholic cause and the true intentions of Catholicism, and that's why I'm making this video. I wish that every Catholic would take off the rose-colored glasses and stop sticking their head in the sand like an ostrich, as the saying goes. Just take a look at the accusations. Take a look at the very good possibility, the likelihood that more evil has been going on than anybody was able to expose up to this point. It's about to break open wide, and I'm doing everything that I can to make that happen, because I wouldn't really want to tolerate the organization of the church that claims to be the Holy Catholic Apostolic, when this continuum just spirals deeper and deeper into a black hole of oblivion. You can still be Catholic in this day and age, but I think a person has to be looking for a purge, purging out all this hypocrisy and evil, the sexual scandals, the pedophilia, and that's just a stereotypical accusation. What about the money laundering? What about the conspiracies to commit crime in connection with many of the world leaders? I could just name the associations that the church had with Hitler. This goes way back, and it cannot be swept under the carpet any longer. These are troubling times, but actually very exciting times, because once we get past this, we'll be much better off. Actually, my heart goes out to the Catholics, because I know how much they want to believe in something. It's very comforting, and in fact, I recommend it very highly. I believe that as a group and a collective, we need to belong to something. Some people can go it alone. They're loners. They're very independent, especially in the United States. We've been raised as free-thinking individuals, but look at family. The Catholic value is family. It's a value from Jesus Christ. Does a family exist on its own? Does a father just go out and stay in the world alone, disconnected? Does a mother do that? And most certainly not in the child. A lone child out there, separated from everything else. Is that a value that we promote? Or don't we understand that when that happens, the child becomes a victim? That's what's been going on. When we hang out our children to dry, the only thing that can happen is sin. Jesus said that these ones are in the kingdom. Jesus said that you do anything to these kids, you won't be seen in the light of day for eternity. So it's time for that punishment to come down. I'm going to do everything that I can. And for those of the people that have been faithful, that are innocent, that have been sticking to the rules that have been set out, and not being a hypocrite, not contradicting, not being corrupt, then you're going to have a reward. You're going to get to belong to the real rejuvenation, the rebirth of the Catholic Church. The Church is about to die right now. You have to accept that. And you have to let it go. You have to let go of what you think the Pope is. The Pope is not resigning just because he's old and ill. He's resigning because there's legal loopholes. And they're trying to use that for protection. And they're not coming out and confessing everything. They'd rather have somebody else come out and confess what they've done. But it's going to bring them all down.
Who's that?
The Queen has to come out and confess. The King. Actually, there's no king in England. The President of the United States. Just for starters. All of them. We have to go after every single one of them. And all the former presidents as well are not going to get off the hook. They're not going to continue to have their Secret Service protection and all their lavish lifestyles and their jet setting and going to their honorary buffets and conventions. They're not going to have that anymore. I can assure you that they're not going to have that anymore. It may go on for a little while. Now we're in what they call 2013. It's really the year 1. But in the year 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, 6 years from now, you're going to see these people behind bars or worse. So first, I think we're going to have to deal with the Pope, and you got to be understanding that the Pope is not going to be the only one. So we're going to get into more of the details about this, and I'll put the links below. And you've got to do some research, as I've been doing, and you got to do a lot of praying. Praying is going to make you understand what's going on. Praying is going to make you understand. Pray for the little children. And every little child that the Pope has harmed, I don't even say what I'm personally ready to do. I'm not going to put that out on video. But the best thing that they can do is start turning themselves in. If there's any shred of mercy that they might get, that's the proper thing. Otherwise, mercy is going to be zero.